They told us beauty is a destination. Turns out it's more like a maze, with mirrors that lie, doors that lock behind you, and a sign at the exit that reads, "No refunds." Tonight, we're not just comparing before and after photos. We're asking the question nobody on the red carpet wants to answer. What did it cost? Really, Michael Jackson, the mirror that wouldn't love back. Genius without question, but also a man at war with his reflection. After an early nose injury, the surgeries multiplied and the speculation never stopped. He spoke about vitiligo and a lifetime of body image wounds that fame only deepened. In trying to sculpt perfection, he carved out something far more fragile, a self that never felt finished. Not gossip, just grief for what fame can take when it asks you to be flawless forever. Jocelyn Wildenstein, the face built for love. They called her Catwoman, but that nickname hides the heartbreak. Procedures meant to win back a husband who adored big cats instead turned her into a global spectacle. The marriage ended, the face remained. When devotion crosses into reinvention, sometimes the mirror keeps the memories long after the love is gone. Linda Evangelista, Beauty versus the Machine. The supermodel who defined an era sought a non-invasive fix and got a life-derailing complication. Paradoxical adipose hyperplasia. Not a contour, hard bulges, not confidence, silence. When she finally spoke, the fashion world froze. Even the most photographed woman can lose herself to a promise that sounded safe. Lesson: non-invasive is not the same as no risk. Donatella Versace, power wears a mask. Icon, executive lightning rod. She became the conversation as much as the clothes. Lines smoothed, features sharpened, expressions muted. Whether you admire her defiance or question the extremes, the takeaway is bigger than one face. When an industry worships agelessness, humanity starts to look like a design flaw. Simon Cowell, when the critics go home, fillers, tweaks, the usual Hollywood maintenance, until the day the public, and more painfully, his son, didn't recognize him. Jokes came easy. Undoing the past did not. He's since stepped back, dissolved, dialed down. The harshest feedback isn't on TV. It's the moment your child wonders where you went. Jessica Alves becoming the doll. From Ken to hyper-feminine Barbie, hundreds of procedures and a body-turned battleground. She calls it self-creation. Critics call it compulsion. Beyond the photos lies the hardest question. If you never feel finished, is the problem the surgeon or the standard? Mickey Rourke, fixing what the ring broke. Boxing broke bones. Surgery tried to fix them. 5 noses, rebuilt cheekbones, a map of choices that never quite returned him to the man audiences adored. This wasn't vanity, it was repair that became reinvention. Sometimes the comeback story leaves the hero unrecognizable. Hang Miyoku, rock bottom with a syringe. Refused by doctors, she injected herself. First silicone, then horrifyingly cooking oil. Donations funded reconstructive surgeries, but some damage can't be reversed. This isn't a punchline, it's a public service announcement. Desperation plus access is a dangerous combination. Sahar Tabar, filters, fame, and a prison cell. Makeup, edits, and procedures created a viral, haunted look. The twist wasn't cosmetic, it was legal. Arrests, headlines, and a reminder that in some places appearance isn't just performance. It's peril. Online attention is loud, consequences are louder. Pixie Fox, the cartoon come to life. 6 ribs removed, a waist that looks drawn, features tuned to fantasy. She calls it freedom. The comment section calls it frightening. Empowerment and obsession often wear the same outfit until the bill arrives. Justin Jedlicka, designing the body by blueprint. Hundreds of surgeries, custom implants, even wings. He doesn't hide it, he casts it like sculpture. It's mesmerizing and unsettling, a live-action art project that asks, how much you can you replace before the artist disappears? Valeria Lukyanova, the uncanny valley has an address. A face and figure so extreme people thought she was CGI. Spiritual claims, iron discipline, and an aesthetic that treats the human as myth. It's performance, it's provocation, and a warning about what happens when the fantasy replaces the person. Non-invasive, not equal risk-free. Affordable does not equal safe. If your injector also sells phone cases, leave. If the consultation sounds like a sales pitch, you are the product. The only glow-up that never backfires? Sunscreen, sleep, and people who love you when you look like your passport photo. The quiet truth. Beneath the photos. These aren't just makeovers gone wrong. They're stories about pressure, profit, and the ache of never feeling enough. For some, surgery is liberation. For others, it's a long hallway of doors that only lock from the outside. Beauty promised a happily ever after. It delivered a cliffhanger. Because the real plot twist isn't what they changed, it's why they couldn't stop. If this episode made you look twice at those glossy after shots, Wait till you see what comes next. The Hollywood procedures that worked until they didn't. Quiet settlements, NDAS, careers saved and nearly lost. The names will surprise you, and one of them changed the rules for everyone. Stay curious, stay kind, and remember, the most radical thing you can be is real.